Welcome to another episode of Strange Wisdom. Om Mani Padme Hum. Blessed be the Tibetans and Shaolin monks, the one religion that truly understands that aggressive power belongs under discipline in the service of good. Once in ancient times, at the beginning of the human race, a grand conjunction occurred, which caused a mystical division. What used to be within human nature that was balanced and united. Ancient men and women faced the elements alone, just like wild animals do. The forest fires, lightning, rain, snow, floods, blizzards. Power and aggressiveness had a place and purpose within the human being. Caveman. And that was the ability and the will to deal with the natural elements, as all wild animals do. A touch of unfortunate enlightenment was found by an early human being and shared with others. They learned how to exploit the natural resources in the natural world, making their lives much more comfortable. And by the time that grand conjunction was done, that will to survive, the resolve, got separated. So people had their children, and the forces within them, the good and the strong, became divided. They separated. Some children had the appreciation of community and bonding, tribal unity, and that very aspect of early human nature, which was the strength and aggressiveness to hunt prey and resist the elements, got separated and manifested without the good side in some human beings. The wisdom, the resourcefulness, the peacemaking, and the aggressive, the tolerant, the resourceful, got separated from one entity into two entities. It resulted in, of course, neutral people in the middle, but then you had those who were exclusively good and those who were passionately evil. They used to be united forces, they used to all have purpose, but no more. The cosmos dictates that once it has all run its course through countless generations of human beings, once critical mass has been reached and all possibilities have been exercised, another grand conjunction, not of planets, but of cosmic elements, would realign, cause those to reunite that are inclined to harmony and balance, and destruction between those that are extremes that refuse to find resolution. They will annihilate each other. In this year 2020, we have not just individuals, but groups, businesses, corporations, political leaders, religious leaders. Not to my surprise anymore, those of high charisma have dishonestly gained what they have. They're coming to a climax to fight with each other. Be self-sufficient, be wise. Get out of the line of fire between these factions. The technological, the scientific, the medical, the religious, the political, and the capitalists. Get out of their line of fire, let them annihilate each other. Pray for reinforcement and trying to teach them wisdom, show them love, peace, balance, very nature of benevolence. Most of them, when they learn that, they become good, peaceful beings. Those who refuse those who are truly evil or touched by evil. Oh, I'm not used to sitting like this. I've tried to get involved with charities to present myself as such for wishes of those fighting terminal illnesses, those in hospitals, those in special care, those in special therapy. So many illnesses that modern civilization has produced. If we were still with nature, there's so much I could say about that. Yes, there is a great misfortune and sadness with the mortality in the natural environment. But the end product in the wild environment is a world that's far better and far more beautiful, efficient and balanced than the one humans have made. So, for those of you who are ill and wish encouragement, it took me a month to get to this point of trying to make this video, and I'm still not sure what to say. I could tell stories about the trials and suffering I've been through. I've known a great deal of the most common pains. I have been deathly ill. I have been entirely covered with the worst form of poison ivy, poison oak. Been burned goddamn close to hypothermia. I almost drowned once. I've suffered heat exhaustion 3 times, 2 times of which I became severely ill. My record fevers have been, if I do this chronologically, 108, 106, 111. I survived. I used willpower, wisdom in not pushing myself too far and not letting my guard down. I've got quite a high constitution. There's times that I've wanted to die desperately, passionately, because the suffering seemed to have no end and hopelessness seemed to be a bottomless pit. But here I am. I read books and listened to lessons about how people help themselves, what things they've learned. Folk wisdom. Too many resources to name. You have to look for them. Don't fall for the charismatic. Go for the uncomfortable truths. That's something that's given me high resolution and resilience, was the willingness to face all that great discomfort and endure the pain and to give to myself that love and attention I wanted from others that I wasn't getting. The way to do it is imagine how you would give it to somebody else who's suffering what you might be suffering, or imagine them suffering something else. You can daydream about someone you really care about, or a pet that's in a really bad place. Imagine how caring and attentive you would be to them. Do that for yourself. Love yourself, respect yourself. Remember, you have that infinite potential to learn and learn and learn and learn. You can seek out those lessons, you can seek out those answers. Libraries, videos on group talks dealing with the same things that you are dealing with. There's something about music and poetry, blues and sad stuff. The magic there is that they turn that despair into its beautiful side. They give it words, they give it form, they give it grace. Makes it easier to endure. I'm in the state of South Dakota. 2 days ago, we had a high temperature of 100 degrees. A break in the polar vortex not the years, it's the mileage. Break in the polar vortex. Brought a triple cold front blowing through the Great Plains and over the Rocky Mountains, down through North America. And within 2 to 3 days' time, daytime high temperatures, let's see, I think it was to be in the high 40s, low temperatures near 32. So within a couple of days, from 100 degrees Fahrenheit to nearly freezing. I've been watching that for a long time, 15 years, 20 years, I've been studying it. I can give a lecture on it. The media and the scientists and all are holding back on information. Number one reason, everybody wants to give their uneducated opinions and talk over it. Oh, it's this, oh, it's that. They just twist it out of proportion in every possible way, or deny it. They should still be saying it, because there are those willing to listen. Seems we have to fall back on our intelligence to go seek it out, find it. Learn how the Earth's magnetic field, the Earth's atmosphere, the ocean currents are all coming apart, going through a massive transformation. And learn all of the culture and science about creating and preserving your own food, making your own tools, medicines, resources, everything you need, craftsmanship. And I'm not talking about living off the wild, because that is dying. I spent a couple of decades teaching myself. And now I find it's like a rug being pulled out from under me in slow motion. So I'm stepping up my game to further self-reliance, using some modern technology and some very old folklore about self-reliance, self-sufficiency. Those are all keywords. Use that for your research. Use that to take care of yourself and those you care about, and always look ahead to the future. Expect the worst, prepare for it, and try for the best. Know that you can always learn and create more than what you currently have. Though I am turned off to the flaws and the tunnel vision of psychiatry and psychology, there are still references on personality types to help you identify people who give you trouble and find the best, most diplomatic ways of dealing with them or avoiding them or influencing them for the greater good. And the greater good is defined by that which helps not only everybody, but your entire world, plants and animals included. So it is the will of Gaia and her next transformation to be something entirely different, remaking her body and her energy with all of the artificial things humans have created. And also think about and send my prayers and appreciation to all those unsung heroes, those all throughout the Earth's history who have fought for what was right and disappeared into the shadows. Actually, I suspect a great number of them were never publicly known in the first place. I give them my heart, I honor them, as unknown as they are, in my thoughts and memory. And I send my wishes for those who are alive and those to come to be empowered. They don't have to become famous or legends, but what they really do need is to know that their selfless work and their self-sacrifice, which is usually not the initial will, it's a side effect. If they happen to lose a battle, then it's called self-sacrifice, but they don't do that willingly. that we should all pray for them to always have a glimpse of what it was worth, what influence they had upon the world just before they leave, or even after they leave. I do believe in the afterlife. Actually, take out the word believe and replace it with the word know. I know of the afterlife. So whether alive or afterlife, I pray that they see that they did make a difference. And if they didn't make a difference, that they see how skilled and empowered they were, and to see the huge hearts and the strong minds and the passion they had, the formidable souls that they were to take on that fight in the first place, whether it was combat or research or diplomacy, teaching, whatever it was. We're just standing up to tyrants. Blessed be Gandhi. Remember, there's always more. There's what you know, and then there's always more. Those of you who feel that you have no power in your life to make any difference, whenever you see someone who can, be friendly, kind, respectful to them. That is food for their soul. That is encouragement for their hearts. That gives them empowerment. And that is a power you have to support the heroes and the heroines. Make them feel loved, give them faith. Make them feel like that there's more of you worth taking care of. They don't get that ordinary lives. So they need a touch from yours, if you do. Thank you.